Hello, good morning. Welcome back. Happy Monday, everybody. Uh, I guess first thing I want to say is this weekend I got to see a lot of interaction with the videos of me learning Godot, which was super cool to see. I really didn't think this would reach any type of audience. So the fact that not only did people get it in their feed possibly or YouTube was algorithming, but people were also leaving really great advice and tips, and just giving me more clarification on certain things that maybe I just didn't understand at the time when I was in that video. And it really helped me to have those discussions. And I still have to reply to a few this morning too. So I just want to thank you all so much for all the advice, the tips. I really appreciate it and definitely encourage more of that. I think discussing and rubber ducking with other people and just getting different ways of looking at certain stuff is a great way to just solidify understanding. So I really appreciate that. That's like super awesome. So thank you so much. Um, Today I said I was going to try to actually mess with the Godot engine a little bit in Sandbox. I'm looking at possibly starting, maybe like I said I wanted to work on a menu screen, but now I'm like, oh, someone recommended, I think it's called Godot Nears, Godoniers, which is a YouTube channel. I checked them out. They actually help kind of do a step by step with playing over with the engine and also doing projects. And so I'm like, okay, I got different ideas, different things to try. For now, I think today's video, I think I just want to follow the Godot documentation, and just go over how they're breaking down how to look at it, how to manage things, and yeah, and I think with future videos, if like following tutorials, I'm not sure if I want to have them recording, like I'm recording myself watching the video. It's better if I just leave the link to that video. So and then maybe me just discussing what I've learned in the pieces of the video. I just don't want to take someone else's, hard-earned content that they created. I'd rather give them that space and just send y'all over if y'all were interested in looking at it. So I might do that in the future. We'll see how that goes. Again, this is like my first time really trying to work with an engine, so all of this is very new to me. But I want to keep everything pretty, as authentic and genuine as possible. Okay. Yeah, so with that, today, yeah, let's look at first look at Godot's interface. All right. And then today's playlist. Again, I'm really feeling the Pokemon. I think shout out to Farm Life Gaming. I really like just Pokemon music. I don't know, it has that coding feel to it, the techie feel. So nostalgic Pokemon music, but it's my favorite start of the day. I am pretty much starting the day today, so I thought it was a good way to, good playlist to play. I'm probably only going to go for like an hour, so only hear half of it, but it looks like that's when everything starts to repeat itself. So once we hear this song again, we'll know that time is up. Great. Let's get started. So first look at Godot's interface. This page will give you a brief overview of Godot's interface. We're going to look at the different main screens and docks to help you situate yourself. For a comprehensive breakdown, alright, we'll have to look at that later. The Project Manager. When you launch Godot, the first window you see is the Project Manager. In the default tab, projects, you can manage existing projects, import or create new ones, and more. So as you can see, I have first game. This is actually a game that I was following from a different tutorial, which I can definitely leave the link in the description. I was just learning there, showing how to do like a 2D platformer. This is before I even like really did the GD script or anything, so I was just playing around with literally following them along. So not sure if I can just do that again, but I think it'd be good to go back to it eventually. Let's see. So this is, the same screen, just a little reduced to size. At the top of the window, there is another tab named Asset Library. At the top of the window? Where do you see that? Oh, right there. Okay, the first time you go to this tab, you'll see a Go Online button. For privacy reasons, the Godot Project Manager does not access the internet by default. To change this, click the Go Online button. You can change this option later in the settings. Okay, so you want me to go online. Okay. Once your network mode is set to online, you can search for demo projects in the open source asset library, which includes many projects developed by the community. That's so awesome that there's just already, oh yeah, here, if you want to practice blueprints or, that's so cool. Wow. Wow, they even teach you how to do online co-op stuff. That's awesome. Wow. Okay. Ooh, wow, there's a lot to work with here. The project manager settings can be opened using the settings menu. The settings and menu. Oh, right here. This. Uh-oh, my recorder is off the screen. Like that? Oh, I see. Network mode online. You got it. Gotcha, buddy. Okay, from here you can change the editor's language. Default is the system's language. Yes, interface theme, display scale, network mode, and also the directory naming convention. Telling the project manager's ins and outs. Read using the project manager. Okay. First, look at Godot's editor. When you open a new or existing project, the editor's interface appears. Let's look at its main areas. Okay, so we'll hold off, I guess, on the... I'll just create a new one just so we can look at it. So let's call this Godot test. Version metadata. Okay, Git. Forward plus. Compatibility. Oh, so a renderer. Support desktop platforms only. Advanced 3D graphics available. What's this? Oh, so all of it. Okay, let's just start with what they have. Okay. This is very familiar, so you can choose either 2D, 3D, user interface. Oh, I think this is what I said. If I wanted to do a menu screen, that would be the best way to look at it. So, by default, along the Windows top ledge, it features main menu on the left. Main menu. Where? Windows top ledge. Yes. Main menu on the left. Oh, they just mean like this is the... I'm sorry. I thought like, oh, you already made a menu screen for me? Like a template? That's so cool. Okay, features main menu on the left. Workspace switching buttons in the center. Active workspace is highlighted. Yes, like this here. And playtest buttons on the right. Okay, so if I click back out, playtest buttons. This reminds me of like the rigger, but node history. Oh, these are playtest buttons. Inspector. Run project. Run current scene. Run specific scene. Enable movie maker mode. The project mode at stable FPS and the visual and audio output will be recorded to a video file. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Just below the workspace buttons, the open scenes as tabs are seen. Just below the workspace buttons. These here? Oh, no, you meant like... Oh, my recorder is in the way. I can't really see. Dang. I have a second monitor, but then you guys won't be able to see what it says. So, Okay, so this is just below the workspace buttons, the open scenes as tabs are seen. The plus button right next to the tabs will add a new scene to the project. The plus button, this here, okay. In the center below the scene selector is in the center below the scene selector. Okay, in the center, okay, is the viewport with its toolbar at the top. This here? Oh, shoot. Okay. At the top where you'll find different tools to move, scale, or lock the scene's nodes. Currently the 3D base workspace is active. Oh! Whee! Go up, go down. Oh, look, and the little thing on the top right is changing. Oh, they have a sun? Cool. Oh, can I... Ooh. Okay. Yeah. How do you spin it around? Like, if I can go to the other side? Maybe that's a select drag. Oh, like so. Oh, it's like I'm walking in the space. Oh, that's actually so cool. Oh, alright, alright. Though I don't know if I'm going to be messing with 3D, but it's good to just get used to it. At least not yet. Let's see. Currently the 3D workspace is active. This toolbar changes based on the context and selected node. Here's the 2D toolbar. Alright, let's go to 2D. Oh wow. So you guys have a different way of move node. Oh, and then is this block my scene? Like, so in this brain margin, is this it? On the other side of the viewport sit the docks, and at the bottom of the window lies the bottom panel. So this here. The scene dock lists the active scene nodes. So we have the 2D scene, 3D scene user interface. The inspector allows you to edit the properties of a selected node. Okay. So if I could just showcase what they're showing me. Alright. Dock lists the active scenes in node. The inspector allows you to edit the properties of a selected node. Okay. So if I did, let's say if I did a 2D scene and I wanted to do add. We want to add a character 2D, body 2D, right? So we don't have a character. This node has no shape, so it can't collide. Alright, so that's why we add a collision shape 2D, right? A shape must be provided for collision shape function. Okay, and that means we need a body. Well, the body is there, but like there's like an image, something image. Animatable body 2D, animated sprite 2D. Is that it? Animated sprite? I can't recall. Let me see. Okay, we'll get used to it. Inspector allows you to edit the properties of a select node. Cancel. So like this, instantiate child, expand, attach, reparent. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot to learn. Oh, open documentation. Oh my gosh! They even give you a little snippet of it. That's so fun. Provide the shape 2D to a collision object. Allows to edit it. Color. Bool. Disabled. One-way collision. One-way collision margin. Ooh. Okay, this is really nice. I don't know how to get out of this now, but is it this? Oh no, not that. I don't know how to get out of it. Oh, there's the inspector. That's what they meant. It's on this side. Ah. Interesting. Okay. Close. Uh-oh. How do I go back? Yeah, so I don't know how to make this script floating. I don't know how to get this out. There we go. I didn't want to make it float, but I mean, maybe it's actually better if it does float instead of being attached. Okay, that's good to know. All right, back to this. The bottom panel, situated below the viewport, is the host for the debug console, the animation editor, the audio mixer, and more. They can take precious space, that's why they're folded by default, kind of like Clip Studio. Okay, so output, debugger, audio, animation, shader. Ooh. Bottom panels can also be shown or hidden using the shortcuts defined in editor settings, shortcuts under the bottom panels category. The 4 main scenes. These are 4 main screen buttons centered at the top of the editor. 2D, 3D, script, and asset library. We do see that. Okay. You'll use the 2D screen for all types of games. In addition to 2D games, the 2D screen is where you'll build your interfaces. Okay. In the 3D screen, you can work with meshes, lights. Oh my gosh, look how amazing that looks. Dear Lord. Okay, this is where I'm starting, guys. That's gonna take some time. The script screen is a complete code editor with a debugger. Okay. Rich auto completion and built-in code reference. Ah. Okay, wait, let's go to script scene. Is this the script scene? Oh. New script.gd. Let's call this Godot test script. Godot test script. Oh, I did kind of do a camel case instead of snake case, but let's just do this real quick just for the sake of stuff. Call when the node enters the scene tree. Func ready. Okay, underscore ready. Void. Pass. Called every frame. Delta is the elapsed time since the previous frame. We did talk about that. Process delta is a float. Going void, which is basically not returning it. You're not returning anything in that body. Okay. The script screen is a complete code editor with a debugger, like auto completion, built-in code reference. So they have like character, extends character body. So this is extends node, which is this. Okay. And in nodes there are, no, in scenes there are nodes, right? So I wonder if like you want these to be separate then. No, but in this node, like they said, a node could be a level. So like in this level, let's say this is like level 1, right? If we call this level 1, right? And we have a character in level 1. So I wonder if you'd have to rename this. Could you, or? Okay, no you can't. Keep it as node. Okay. So if I wanted a attached script, right? GD script, character body 2D, basic movement. Okay, create. Ah, so this is what they meant. It comes with its own speed 300, jump velocity -400. If not is on floor. Velocity plus equals get gravity times delta. Handle jump if input dot is action just pressed. UI accept and is on floor. Interesting. Get the input direction, handle the movement deceleration. As good practice, you should replace UI actions with custom gameplay actions. Okay, so it kind of gives you a okay, that's nice. That's nice. You're not just starting from scratch. Finally, the asset library is a library of free and open source add-ons, scripts, and assets to use in your projects. Ooh. Instance stock, data text database, dice syntax, shader stacker, script name on top, dialogue manager, Sprite sheet generator! That'll be important for pixel art. Trying to convert my A-Sprite stuff to here. That's nice. Integrated class reference. Godot comes with a built-in class reference. You can search for information about a class, method, property, constant, or signal by any one of the following methods. Pressing F1 or Opt plus space. Oh, excuse me. Anywhere in the editor. Clicking the search help button in the top right of the script main screen. Clicking on the help menu and search help. Control plus click on a class name. Function name or built-in variable in the script editor. When you do any of these, a window pops up. Type to search for any item. You can also use it to browse available objects and methods. Oh. Node 3D, Visual Instance 3D. Double click on an item to open the corresponding page in the script main screen. Oh, maybe. Well, it's a control click, right? Whoa. Oh, like it just took me into physics process delta. Call during the physics processing step of the main loop. I see. Close. Okay, that's good to know. Velocity.y, because you know you're going up and down. Okay. Alternatively, while pressing the control key on a class name, function name, or built-in variable in the script editor, right-clicking on nodes and choosing open documentation or choosing lookup symbol for elements in script editor would directly open their documentation. Okay. Should I... Again, I feel like I'm like kind of just going with the flow, but I don't want to overwhelm myself with so much information. But maybe I should just keep reading. Learning new features. Godot is a feature-rich game engine. There is a lot to learn about it. This page explains how you can use the online manual, built-in code reference, and join online communities to learn new features and techniques, making the most of this manual. What you are reading now is the user manual. It documents each of the engine's concepts and available features. When learning a new topic, you can start by browsing the corresponding section of this website. The left menu allows you to explore broad topics, while the search bar will help you find more specific pages. If a page exists for a given theme, it will often link to more related content. The manual has a companion class reference that explains each Godot's class's available functions and the properties when programming. While the manual covers general features, concepts, and how to use the editor, the reference is all about using Godot's scripting API. You can access it both online and offline. We recommend browsing the reference offline from within the Godot editor. To do so, go to Help, search Help, or press F1. To browse it online, head to the manual's class reference section. A class references page tells you where the class exists in their inheritance hierarchy. You click the top links to jump to parent classes and see the properties and methods a type inherits. Physics, body 2D, collision object 2D, node 2D. A summary of the class's role and use cases, an explanation of the class's properties, methods, signals, enums, and constants, links to manual pages further detailing the class. You can hold control, mouse over text, like the name of a class, property, or method. Okay. Return true with the body collide on the floor on the class call. Bolt is on floor only, is on wall. Oh, so this move and slide might be like for like ice level Interesting. Okay. Learning to think like a programmer. Teaching programming foundations and how to think like a game developer is beyond the scope of Godot's documentation. If you're new to programming, we recommend 2 excellent free resources to get you started. The Harvard University course, right? If you prefer books, check out the free ebook, Automate the Boring Stuff with Python. Learning with the community. Godot has a growing community of users. If you're stuck on a problem or need help to better understand how to achieve something, you can ask other users for help on one of the many active communities. I need to feel more confident to be able to join communities to do it. Describe your goals. So that's the thing. I need to like figure out a goal. I think I just want to figure out is just, at least to start, it's like a menu screen. So I think the best, maybe I can look up like on the thing here. So if let's say I don't save. Okay. And we're going to close all. Oh wait, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Dang it. Don't save. Because this is what I like, the user interface, right? Okay. So if I want to go to quit to project list, don't save. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So let's see. So asset library, and let's see if they have anything on menu screen. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, stylish menu demo, simple main menu. Okay, that's stylish. Maybe we should just do, should we do simple main menu? Okay, we're looking at what we can do. Let me see what this one is. This one might be more advanced. Oh, that's really advanced. Okay, small experiment with UI I worked on between projects to try and emulate the feeling of a Dance Dance Revolution song select menu. Can be used by clicking the buttons or the arrow and enter keys. That's so cool. Good on you. Maybe when I get more, I want to be able to like come back to like doing it multiple times, learning different ways to handle main menu templates. Interesting. Sorry, I'm like all quiet because I'm just trying to understand. Ugh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little nervous. This is like, ah! Okay. Seems like this is going to be on a 2D. Yeah. Alright, so they have a scene. So, this is the user interface. Main menu. So there's a canvas layer. Layer 1. Visible on. Off. Okay. So the canvas layer is this whole thing. Process. Physics. Okay, so you need a canvas layer if you want to showcase something. Then you have the main menu, which is now selected. This node doesn't have a control parent. Okay. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Localization. Okay. Visibility. So main menu has a background image, which is this, the texture. Alright. And it has a main container, which is this here. What's the percent? This node can be accessed from within anywhere in the scene by preceding it with the percent prefix in a node path. Oh, okay. So this main container holds alignment begin. Okay. Oh, begin, center, end. Ah, okay, that's, okay, got you. Ordering, texture. I guess you know, so there's a start button. So, oh, okay, they have a button tab. and you just put start. Text behavior, it's centered. Okay. Icon behavior. Base button disabled, button pressed. Like, so if I do this, run the code. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Doesn't seem to... Invalid assignment of property key value with value type float and a base object of null instance. Menu controller, line 67. Node not found. Percent music, H scroll bar. Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to know what node you put there. Okay, well, it can't play, but I can at least, if anything, oh man. See, that's the one thing. I don't know how to go back to the... Oh, okay. It's because it's covered by my recorder. That's right. Okay. Well, let me just at least understand this stuff. Start button, option button, exit button. And these are... Node has one connection. Click to show signal stock. Control. Oh, so it's the control node. Base class for all GUI, graphic UI function controls. Adapts its position and size based on its parent control. Alright, so it has a focus entered, focus exited. Okay. GUI input. An input event, which would most likely mean like button pressed, is an input event. Interesting. Option. So this is the control for all the signals? Or just for... Okay. And then option container. You can't see it. So unless I took out the main container and open... Ah, okay. So option container. When you click option, it takes you to option container. And there's a tab container, so you can change where it goes. Okay. You see resolution, window mode, VSync, colorblind. So those are checked as in like this is what you personally see now for video. But then you have sound, which is closed. So if we close the video, we see sound is open. And if we close the, oh, they switch. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. So one of them has to be open when they do that. The general label. General H scroll bar. And you have a scroll label. Music. And this is the... Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. Music underscore type H scroll bar. Okay, so this is an H scroll bar. This is a label. Okay. And H horizontal scroll bar. Got it. So, button. Yeah, you're right. And then video, you have, what is this? Option button. Oh, so it's a drop down. So this is a drop. I thought it was like a check to say like, oh, these are visible. But no, it's just saying this is a drop down button. Oh, whoops, like that. And so when you click that, it drops down to show stuff. Expand. Oh, maybe not. And this means it's a unique name. I see. But how do I see what's inside? Items, there's 9 items. I see. Okay, and this is, what is this? H slider. Oh, but this one's kind of different. It like has a color gradient to go with it. So H slider is different from H scroll bar. So you have a scroll bar that goes up and down, but there's no gradient happening. Okay. And then a container, so option container. Oh, apply return. Oh, and the apply button listens to pressed on apply button. Okay, and the return button. Oh, and then here's these here. TSCN. Is that like a main dot? I think I want to make sure I understand what like dots, like TSN means, and I think that'd be really important. I remember the video that I was watching did talk about that, so so you have the thumbnail, you have the settings config, readme, the main scene, the icon, font, resolution. This is the source code. Menu controller.gd. Can I open that? Oh wow, okay. Let's see. Please ship a documentation about display server class. Bar settings, config file dot new. Okay, I'm a vector 3 instead of 3 bar float. General, Y music, Z, special effects, audio. So this is the general music, special effects, display. Oh, like general sound, like the master volume. Then the music is at 70, and then special like pa pa pa. That's what they mean. Okay, got you. Display resolution vector 2i. Display server dot screen get size. Wow. On ready. Variable resolution option button equals get node. Okay. Option container. On ready. So this is like, I guess like when the menu shows up, this will call them to like appear on the screen. Like, okay, summon these things. Get resolution index. Resolution option button dot get item text. Wow. Okay. I'm just like, man, it takes this much to make a menu. That's okay. I will get it. Get resolution, check resolution. For I in resolution, option button dot get item count. If get resolution I equals resolution, return I. I think I'll have to look into some video. Oh wow, there's 7 errors. Goodness gracious. Well, they did say this was an earlier version, so maybe it didn't really fully update properly or something. Okay. Alright, so maybe I do need to like actually really start with tutorials. But it's, I think, I'm glad I did this though, and that the documentation told me that they do have like a thing where you can like, an asset library where you can like work on demos and stuff, where you can just see it and just see what it looks like. Because now I'm getting a good visual of like, button, the label button, there's this label, there's the horizontal scroll bar, then there's a horizontal slider, so slider and a scroll bar, labels, buttons, and then this one is a option button, and then this one, oh, it's a type tab bar. Okay, so there's tab bars, and that's a button, and then that's a container in the background, and then of course this is a type control. Menu control.gd, and that's why is it extend to control to this, and it looks like these have, what do these have? I wish I could like control click, control pressed, signal is pressed. Okay, so the source is option button, which is right here, pressed to target's main menu. So option container, when this is pressed, the option container dot visible equals true. So if I go control click equals get node, node path can either be, so they're getting the node from percent option container, which is here. So it's saying on ready, and you click the option button, it will get the node for option container, and then it will become visible. Okay, so that's what these on readies are for, is to transition them. If you click on these buttons or something of the node, or like if you click on a button, it'll call this here, it'll make option calendar dot visible true, and therefore it gets the node option container. Okay, okay, I can understand that. And then this is the dot get index when you're setting, like if like they're going through the scroll bar, it'll get the index of where they stopped and leave it there, so it'll move along with settings file dot set value whatever they left it at. I see. And then general, this is the master volume, music, special effects. Okay. If settings file dot load, settings dot config right here is not equal to okay first time. What does this do? Void display server, Windows can get size, set value. Oh, like if it's not the default, then take this and then save it first time. Or first time is like default settings, like it'll take whatever we have here. Interesting. Because these don't have variables, they're just resolution equals It's just the setting window mode. Okay. They have 2 audios, I wonder why. Like a lowercase audio and a... Okay, but these are all pressed functions. Like when pressed, audio.x equals value. Yeah, because on general h scroll ball value changed, and that's the parameter is the value. Like I said, when they're like scrolling through, it will automatically keep updating that x, which is general music, the master volume. And then these is the these are the save and exit buttons. On return button pressed, main container dot visible true, option container visible dot visible false. Yeah, it looks like there's only 2 containers, so that makes sense. Return. Yeah. On apply button press, main container dot visible true, option container dot visible false, and then you save settings. Ah, yeah. Okay, and we saw what that looked like. Function on vsync option button item selected. Index. Check the documentation about vsync. Okay, you got it, buddy. Because I am curious. Vsync? Virtual sync? Is that what that means? Let me just do it here. No vertical synchronization, which means the engine will display frames as fast as possible. Tearing may be visible. Tearing may be visible. Frame rate is unlimited regardless of engine.max FPS. VSync enabled. Default vertical synchronization mode. The image is displayed only on vertical blinking intervals. No tearing. Tearing is visible. Frame rate is limited by the monitor refresh rate. So, let's see. VSync Godot. I was researching FPS and learned if you turn VSync off, you can get a higher FPS. When I shut it off, my game looks better. Is there a reason to have it on? Screen tearing is one. VSync makes it easier to write code on both the physics process and idle process that won't go out of sync with each other, provided your physics tick rate is the same as your monitor sync rate. Without this, you might notice things like camera or sprite jitter more easily, as putting them in different processes changes which frame they're likely to be seen affecting. There's no real advantage to running a higher FPS on the visual side with VSync disabled other than the trade-off of having less of an apparent delay if you miss your frame target. For pretty games, but it should always be able to turn off. So I'm wondering if like the VSync is kind of, it does mess with the frame, so like the delta, like your process. Underscore process instead of underscore physics underscore process, which is not ideal. Ooh, I'm getting into the lore. This is like, it's like overwhelming, but not in a bad way. Like this is all really important stuff, but I just feel like I'm a sponge trying to soak up different, like I'm soaking up strawberry soda, then orange juice, then fruit punch, then tea. Like I just feel like I'm soaking up all different things. And I'm like, okay, I need to like try to like narrow it down to what I can soak up. But I'm just so fascinated. I keep going down the rabbit hole. That I'm just like, even if I can't fully understand, I'm like understanding the small pieces, which I think will get me there eventually. So VSync, huh? So I'm guessing vsync is important. I mean, of course it is, but I'm like, in terms of frame rate per second, you would, on vsync option item selected. So they have it in like a thing you can select on the, on the video. Is the, and then we saw in the settings config that it was, oh goodness, sorry, it keeps doing this to me. Or I can't change it. Vsync equals 0. Does that mean true? I mean, it exists. Vsync equals 0. That's why I wish I could play it so I could see what options it gives, but here, vsync option, inspector. I wish I had like text, but that's not exactly what I mean either. It's set to 0, but like, what if you set it to vsync equals index? Oh, because index is, it could be on, like on or off, and so that's why it's at 0, because it's most likely defaulted to on. And then you can turn it off if you want. It's just your frame rate might get a little whoa. All right. Okay. So is that all the menu? So these are the buttons. Okay. Okay. I can understand. Settings file. Can I go check this out? Variable settings file equals config file dot new. Okay, let's go to config file dot new. Helper class to handle INI style files. Description: this helper class can be used to store variant values on the file system using INI style formatting. The stored values are identified by a section and a key. Some key equals 42, string example equals hello world. The stored data can be saved to or parsed from a file, though config file objects can also be used directly without accessing the file system. The following example shows how to create a simple config and save it on a disk. I can't say save it on Discord, but it's just on disk. Variable config file.new, config.setValue player 1, player name Steve, set value player 1, best score 10. Okay. Save it to a file, overwrite if already exists. Config.save user scores.cfg. It's over 9,000! I love that. Oh, that's so great. What a great example. Oh, this example shows how the above file could be loaded. Variable score data equals an empty, not a list. An array is brackets, but the braces is a, it's arrays in what? It's called something else. Wait, hold on. Now it's like arrays versus what? Oh, you're so right. I'm overthinking things again. My bad. Oh, we're hearing Viridian City again, which means I'm hitting my time. But I'm gonna just finish this out a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit further. So we have a dictionary. Variable config equals config.new. Load data from a file. Variable error. I wonder what that means in short, because I feel error, but that's not. Equals config.load user scores.cfg. Okay, there must be a scores file. If the file didn't load, ignore it. If error is not okay, return. Iterate over all sections. For player in config.get sections, variable player name equals config.getValue player name. and their score. Score data player name equals player score. Yeah, because score data, you have the player name is the key and the value is the player score. So yeah, score data, player name, yep, that makes sense. Any operation that mutates the config file, such as set value, clear, or erase section, only changes what is loaded in memory. If you want to write the change to a file, you have to save changes with save encrypted, or save encrypted pass. Keep in mind that section and property names can't contain spaces. Anything after a space will be ignored on save and on load. Okay. Keep in mind that section and property names can't contain spaces. Oh, like in their name. Okay, I got you. Configuration files can also contain manually written comment lines starting with a semicolon. Huh. Those lines will be ignored when parsed in the file. Note that comments will be lost when saving the configuration file. This can still be useful for dedicated server and configuration files, which are typically never overwritten without explicit user action. The file extension given to config file does not have any impact on its formatting or behavior. By convention, the .cfg extension is used here, but any other extension such as .ini is also valid. Since neither .cfg or .ini are standardized, Godot's config file formatting may differ from files written by other programs. So, and then here's the config's methods. Oh, how nice that you guys have that. String void. They tell you what data type they are and then what the method's name is. So it's part of the error type. Huh, interesting. I guess it should return an error if there's an issue, but it can return like a, okay, I see what they're talking about. And they even have descriptions. Oh, that's so nice. Let me just make sure that that's what returns true if the specified section key pair exists. Yeah. Error load. Error codes returned okay. Error file can't open. Loads the config file specified as parameter. Okay. So if we look at now var settings file config.new var vsync int equals 0, and that's the settings file .new, and then these are the settings file. Remember we said settings file right here, so now we have it highlighted that this first time it initializes whatever we have there, and then load settings if file.load config is not okay, load first time the default, else display resolution equals setting files dot get value video resolution, get window dot size equals display resolution, audio x general. Oh wait, no, this is like a forced. Maybe I'm misunderstanding okay. Since okay has okay equals 0, methods that return error return okay when no error occurred. Okay. If no error occurred, it will return okay. Since okay has a value 0 and all other error constants are positive integers, it can also be used in Boolean checks. If error is not okay, printer. Oh, so instead of print, you say printer? Oh, print error. That's what it means. I'm sorry. Or alternative, if error still failing. Error unavailable. Oh, so if it returns, many functions do not return an error code, but will print error messages as standard output. Failed equals 1. Unavailable. Okay. So you're saying if it failed, if the settings file load failed, then run first time, which displays server. Oh, I guess when you first open the game, because it's saying set value, get resolution, vsync, audio, general, music. Okay. I'm guessing because else it displays resolution. What? Oh, like, okay. When you first boot the game, right? It has its own default setting, and it runs this first time. But let's say later on, like, you decide you want to change everything, and then you apply the settings, right? But then you're like, oh, I have to go get lunch, and so you leave the game. But then, like, you have lunch, you're like, okay, time to continue the game where I left off, and you load the game. It's gonna load the settings you saved prior to. It will not load first time. But if your settings, for some reason, like, let's say there's a bug that it said, like, oh, we couldn't save your settings, like, we don't have it, so it failed to load it, it will go back to whatever it first originally was. I see. Oh, that's... we understanding. It is, we are wrapping it around our brains. Period. Okay. Okay. I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. And then we have the save settings function. Settings.file, and it takes all that, whatever you chose to do to get it. Get resolution option, get index. For video and for audio. I'm wondering, is this like the same line? It is the same line. But I guess after, when you're using this, save settings, I want to see where else that's used. Right here. On apply button pressed. Main container dot visible was true. Obtain option container dot visible was false. Save settings. And then where are you used, my friend? You're used in the scroll. Because we're in the menu controller. But this gets called. You can't open it. I just want to know where these are, you know, because like these are where you're applying your function for menu control. And it has, oh, okay, wow, it even keeps a nice little index of all your stuff. Like ready, load settings, on ready, load settings, resolution off, la 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 la, okay. But like I do want to see where this is called, because we have to use it somehow. When we're in the 2D, when we hit apply. Yeah, apply button. When this button is pressed, I want to see where it's called. On apply button. There it is, pressed. And then you, so you connect on apply, yeah. And then, so then it goes to here, open, and it does the function on pressed, main container, yeah, okay, okay, we're getting it, this is awesome, okay, great, okay, so I couldn't write, okay, sorry, I'm yawning, oh no, oh, goodness gracious, Okay, so I couldn't like really start typing, but that's okay. I think this was still a good, I learned a lot. I learned how to at least read these, starting to read the interface stuff, the scenes, what you need. So first you need a canvas layer to, so no, wait, first and foremost, we need a main scene. So this is main, right? A main node that carries a canvas layer for us to work on. And that canvas layer holds the main menu. And so the main menu has to have a background, a main container, and that holds the options to the other things, and then an option container for the options tab, right? So the option container has 2 tabs, right? It has the video tab and it has the sound tab. Each one has its own labels and a drop down button, so like an option button. It has its own horizontal slider, and then the sound has its own labels, its own horizontal scroll bars, and these bars and labels have an apply. So the container. So this container is in the option container. Yes. So the option container has a container that holds the apply or return. So return means nothing is saved. Apply means things are saved. And that will change how the thing looks. Okay, and this apply button is connected to the function on apply. And now I'm noticing the changes, like if you're changing stuff, there is an on SFX scroll changed and label changed. So we have the value change on the scroll label, on score bar value changed, and then on SFX value changed. Go to method. Okay, so we have 2 different ones. We have 2 different connectors. Go to method. Scroll label.gd. Okay. So we have one for the menu control and one for the scroll label. So the text changes. Okay, so like when you're scrolling, because like it's like basically this is on video, right? No, this is on sound. So let me open sound. So the text, this is saying the GD scroll text changes. That's why it has the scroll label will change on text. So if we go to that method again, love that you can just right click to that. Self.text equals string get parent dot value to on ready. This is the ready, the underscore ready. So to start at whatever value that the default is at with it's concatenating with the %. And then on scroll bar value change with that value parameter, you're going to change the text with the string value and concatenating the %sign. Wow. Oh my gosh. Magic in the making. Okay. Cool. And then so if we go to this method for the actual like background, like this, so this is like behind the scene under the hood, of changing the configuration, the settings file, which we saw like the config file.new, save settings, all that stuff. And this is going to change that .z, which is the SFX. Wow. Okay. I'm understanding. Wonderful. Okay. And that's doing that. So that container will take the apply. And so we have like all these other ones on music. We have the 2. So the visual and then the under the hood, you as well. The general label, these are more just for labeling. And then makes me curious then, the preset for this one, H slider. So this one doesn't have, because they already have a graphics label. So if we look back on the 2D and we turn this on, so there's a low, medium, high. So that's the preset label. Okay. The preset label already has it, but this here, ranged, changed. So we have the changed, value float, and then that will change the under the hood. But now I'm curious about like the actual like the changed, emitted when changed, yeah. The drag ended, drag started. Like how did they get the color to show? or like, you know how it fills the bar. I wonder if that's just part of like that's more under the hood of Godot when you call for a H slider, that they kind of already have that built in or something. You don't have to worry about it. You can change the color of it, I'm sure. Can I actually look at that? Shoot. Open documentation. Yeah. Inherit slider, range, control, canvas item, node object. A horizontal slider that goes from left min to right max. A horizontal used to adjust by moving grabber is a range-based control and goes from left to right. Changed, value changed, yeah. And then the float. Property. Can you change the color of it? Maybe not. Or maybe you can, I'm just probably not seeing it. But okay. Very nice. This, yeah, again. These all are happening under the hood. I love that. And then you see on text, on option, they're connecting to the pressed signal. When pressed, this is gonna happen. I love it! I love it! I'm learning. So, unfortunately... Oh, I never stopped it. My bad, bro. Run current scene. Yeah, I don't think it'll unfortunately run. Because something's wrong with these. Oh, now we know. No, not found. The music H scroll bar. That's not good. So the music H scroll bar, this here. Dot value audio dot y. Why is this not found? Let's see. Because if you control, they're assigning it. But a part of me now is like, maybe we should get rid of... Oh, maybe not. If we got rid of these... But see, do not declare it in the current scope. What if you did that? Canvas layer menu. Load settings. Menu controller.gd. Load settings, node not found. But it's right there, is it not? Or does it need to be open? Condition error is not VK success is true. Returning error can't create. Ah, so we're running into an error. What's the difference between vector 3 and vector 3i? Integer coordinates. Oh, and then vector 3 is the float coordinates. Is that what? Ah, yep, floating point. Okay. Gotcha. That's the difference. Okay. Save? Maybe, oh, maybe because I just didn't save it. Nope, just kidding. I thought that might be the case. Invalid assignment of property or key value with value of type float on a base project object of type null instance. Invalid assignment of property or key value with value type of float on a base object of type null instance. Where's the null instance? Maybe there's something I just had to like take out first and then it would play. Maybe that's the problem. Because it's on a null instance. I need to figure out what the null instance is. GD88. Maybe, okay, well anyways, I definitely went overtime by like half an hour, but that's okay. I had fun. I do only really just time myself so I don't burn myself out or start to like be like, ugh. But this was really fun. This was really fun just nitpicking and going through and reading the code, just getting used to seeing what it looks like, how to connect, using the signals, the different types of nodes that you can make, especially for user interface, how those all kind of connect together. It's been really cool. This is a really great learning experience, really great studying. I think what I want to do, possibly, because I definitely think the best way to actually get my hands on is to do tutorials, rather than maybe I'll hold off on these templates, but just looking at YouTube tutorials. But again, like I mentioned, I didn't want to like play the YouTube tutorial as I'm like recording, because it's just kind of, I'm just taking somebody else's video and just playing it and me doing it side by side. I don't know. Maybe I'll like kind of like cut it in certain pieces, the important parts, and I'll just show my progress as I go. But definitely I'll refer to them and make sure that I put their video up or in the description. I can't really talk right now, but I might just do that. I might just do little snippets of like highlighted moments during my learning of tutorial as I'm going side by side, or maybe I'll do like a speed, sometimes like maybe a speed cut, possibly. But yeah, I think that's probably the best way to get started, just to watch videos, work side by side, get my hands on it. But this was a really great little startup of just reading the code. Because at first I looked at this and I was like, this is so much, I don't know how to read it. But now I feel like I actually understand, like this, just they had the list of functions, how they set it up. Like, okay, I'm getting it. I know more than when I started an hour and a half ago. So that's really great. Good on this person with the readability of the code, that I was able, even I, who, this is my first time really looking at GD script, was able to understand. So, just sucks at that node saying it's not found. I don't really understand that, even when it gives me that trace back, the stack trace. I don't see where the issue really is, but maybe someone else who's watching this might have already seen it, possibly. But yeah, I really thank y'all for joining me on this process and getting to look at Godot's GD script. This is so cool. This is a really cool experience. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, hope to see y'all again, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.